Yo, what is up guys? Welcome back to another day recap. Today kind of sucked because we just took out drawn liquidities on just straight up at market open. So I'll go through the possible trades that I could have taken today and the trade that I took at lunch. Actually not took at lunch, but rather paper trade forward test at lunch. So first we had this change in the state. This was less than 2 points, so I don't think I would have taken it. But we also had this fair value gap here. That was half a point. So I think I would have. I mean, it's still pre-market, so I wouldn't have taken it. But if this was at the open, then I would have probably considered it. It's still A plus. We had SMT at these lows somewhere. Wait, let me check. Pretty sure we had SMT. Yeah, we had SMT at these lows here, and yeah, we just pumped as soon as the market opened. There was a 5-minute model, but of course the RR is pretty bad. This would have probably been the RR, and then the break even would at least be here. And targeting, I don't know, whatever. It doesn't really matter. And there was a short, potential, there's possibility to look for shorts. There's potential for shorts rather, and but that got taken out when ES took out the all-time high. So I pretty much just stopped looking at the chart for the rest of the New York session at that point, because there wasn't really any clear and high probability subs. We did have we did make SMT here. It's actually pretty nice, but again we are pretty bullish, so probably wouldn't have taken this, especially because it's also on the 1 minute, on the 5 minute the SMT is. To be fair. To be fair, it wasn't bad. A bad setup. But actually no, it was a bad setup because there's no internal manipulation. And also the hesitation to make this change in the state is a bit too much. The fair value gap is fine, but yeah, say you would have taken that though, probably would have been to a fair value gap. Let's see. Yeah, probably would have been to this fair value gap here. Perhaps the 5. Honestly, I don't like either. That would have probably been. Yeah, that would have probably been the trade. Taking it all the way to PE. I mean, take it all the way to equilibrium. But partials could have been here or here. Yeah, these equal lows looks like a pretty nice break-even spot. Partial on this low here, another partial on this low here, and full TP probably would have been equilibrium. But that was pretty late into the session, like 11:30, yeah, 11:30ish. I was off the chart then because I didn't really see any high potential setups. And then lunch session, while I was journaling, I saw this entry here, which I did take on my paper account because it was lunch session, and we had a 1 hour fair value gap here. We also didn't tap into EQ, so I was like, I'll wait for a 5-minute change in the state or order flow shift, and that's what we got here. We had the change in the state, and then we tap that change of the state and have that internal manipulation, and then we get the change in the state and a pretty nice fair value gap. here, which is 3 points. And a nice fair value gap here. We tap that again. Well, I already market entry that. Got great nest fill as well. And my stop was just below this candle low here. It could have been a little bit bigger, to be fair, but honestly I don't really see it coming down to here. Like 90-80% of the time it doesn't cross this body low, but to be fair, the wick is a bit long here, so this could be seen as a rejection block, and we could reprice to that, which means we would invalidate this stop here. So I don't really see a reason why we should come this low. Maybe we could have put it to here. Yeah, probably this stop bottom there, but it is what it is. So we got that change in the state, and then we had these equal highs, which is also all-time highs for ES right here. So after we take that out, we would have SMT with the highs, and which is why I was like break even here. And then I also decided to take out some take out one or partialed here. Why? Because first of all it's gone to a 1 to 2. We also have SMT here, and yeah, I didn't notice that we hit 1 to 2, so that's why it was a bit of a late partial, but otherwise okay. But if this was to hit 4 TP, it would have been about 1 to 2.15, which isn't too bad, but it did end up being around here, so a little bit less than a 1 to 1. Yeah, let's do this actually. Yeah, so a little bit less than a 1 to 1. Alright, yeah, 0.8 RR, which overall for a break-even trade isn't too bad, but it is what it is. I think that's all. Yeah, that's all I saw for today's session. I'll go on Notion and show you guys the journal. Here's the journal. One session. Oh yeah, I haven't finished that actually. I'll do that real quick. Done. Model was really good. If this was New Obsession, I would have 100% took this. Ended up being break even. Break even after partialing at a 1 to 2. Anything else? Yeah, that's basically it. Anything else I want to talk about? Not really. Not every day is a trading day. Yeah, that's basically it. That's all I want to say. Also, a loss does not mean that you've done something wrong. A win does not mean you've done something right. Okay, peace.